There's a couple of old Texas sayings that come to mind here. That's crooked as a dog's hind leg. He's slicker than a boiled onion. And another one that might apply here. I wouldn't trust him any further than I could throw him. If you can follow the old Texas slang, you probably realize there's some wisdom in those statements. Conspiracy, inside job, or criminal intent, and what it means for we the people. Let's talk about the repercussions for the community right now. One thing that you're always going to get from me as a content creator is an uncoerced, unpaid, unbiased opinion. This, ladies and gentlemen, is straight horse crap. People have lost money, and someone has gained that money in a way that was not honest and was not decent. Now, I'm not one to force my ethical beliefs on anybody, but let's talk about all the possibilities, explore the options together, and you come to your own conclusion. I'm not going to go through every article that's out on Google now. I figure if you wanted to read all of those, you could do it yourself. You don't really need me to do that for you. But I do want to hit the high points, and just so that we're all on the same page, it's a little after 8 o'clock, 8:17 Central Standard Time here in the United States. Approximately 18 hours ago, Cryptopia put out on their Twitter page, "We apologize for the delay in keeping you updated and appreciate your patience. Yesterday, the 14th of January 2019, the Cryptopia exchange suffered a security breach, which resulted in a significant loss. Once identified by staff, the exchange was put into maintenance mode while we assessed damages. Staff then noticed and involved the appropriate government agencies, including NZ Police and High-Tech Crimes Unit, who are jointly and actively investigating the matter as a major crime, and they are assisting us with advice." Now, about 3 hours ago, latest news from them is we cannot comment on this matter. It's now in the hands of the appropriate authorities. We will update you as soon as we can. If you click on the link, it goes to New Zealand Police, investigation involving cryptocurrency company. A significant value of cryptocurrency may be involved, and police are taking this very seriously. We are currently talking to the company to gain further understanding of what has occurred. A dedicated investigation team is being established in Christchurch, including specialist police staff and with expertise in this area. Police are also liaising with relevant partner agencies in New Zealand and overseas. The investigation is still in its very early stages, and police are unable to provide further information tonight. So let's take a look at Cryptopia on CoinMarketCap. What does this mean for us? Well, first of all, let's look at all the different pairings here. Although it is considered a small exchange due to volume and things of that nature, there's 836 pairs that show up on CoinMarketCap. That's a significant amount of cryptocurrencies. Now, there's been reports of a very specific cryptocurrency as well as ERC20 tokens that have been taken or possibly taken. If you read through all of the reports you see, or all of the press releases, you see a lot of speculation. And I don't want to get into speculation. I'm more interested in what that means as far as repercussions for the cryptocurrency space. So let's talk about that for a minute. And like I said earlier, this is, in my opinion, it's all horse crap. Whether this was an inside job, whether a hacker actually got in and compromised the system and stole the money, stole the keys, whatever the case is, that money is probably gone. Now, how does that affect us as individuals that use the exchange or may have had our assets on the exchange at the time that this happened? Well, one, we don't know which currencies were taken at this point, and that's really why I don't want to speculate. One of the major cryptocurrencies as far as volume on there that I've done several videos on is Electroneum. And I've traded and bought and sold Electroneum as well as about 6 or 7 other cryptocurrencies on Cryptopia in the past. Now, in my particular situation, I was fortunate enough not to have any of my assets on that exchange. And one of the things that I tell everybody is a good rule of thumb is if you don't have a reason to have your coins on the exchange, in other words, you're not buying, you're not selling, or you're not trading, the best place to put them is in your offline wallet. Now, I have a personal friend who realized today, after he heard this news, that he's lost approximately $1,000 worth of Electroneum. Now, to some people, $1,000 USD may not be a lot of money. To me, $100 is a lot of money. So I really, truly feel bad for all the people that have put faith in these centralized exchanges like Cryptopia, for whatever reason. Now, I have my coins currently on, some of my coins on other exchanges that I'm currently trading on, doing a little bit of side trading while the market's kind of low. That doesn't mean when I'm done trading, I don't immediately pull them off. The problem here is that thousands and thousands of people have trusted this entity to safeguard their money. Now, if they were hacked, we all know what cold storage is. If they were hacked, obviously, that's really, really shady. The whole holding the keys, having multiple people hold passwords, there are ways to keep this information safe offline, and you only transfer X amount at a given time. Obviously, things can happen. Many of the IT systems in the world are compromised, and most of the IT staff, security staff of these companies don't even know that they have a mole or an intruder in the system until it's too late. So I hate to point fingers at anybody, especially Cryptopia, and I don't want to point the fingers at the people that may have left their coins on the exchange just as a holding spot. But the reality is, depending upon the coin that you have, your money may be gone. And unfortunately, because this is an unregulated market, for the most part, you don't have a lot of recourse. So if you mortgaged your house to buy cryptocurrency and your, let's just say the ERC20 tokens are all taken from this exchange, that money's gone. They're also in another country. If you live here in the U.S. or anywhere else in the world other than Australia, how are you going to get your money back? That's the problem inherently with these centralized exchanges that hold your money. You're trusting other people to hold your money. At least, and trust me guys, I am not a banking guy. I am not a guy that likes the current financial system. But the one thing that system has over our system here, our new budding, brand new cryptocurrency system, is there are laws and regulations that protect the consumer to some extent. Unfortunately, in this scenario, a lot of people may end up losing their money. And for that, I'm petrified for all of those people that have lost money. It could really happen to anybody. It could happen to the exchange that I'm currently trading my coins on right now, at any time. So again, I think the big lesson here is, one, we can't trust a centralized exchange system to hold our money. If you don't have the private keys, somebody else is holding your money. That is no different than you sending your paycheck to a bank and letting them hold your money for you. If they become insolvent, you lose your money. In the United States, we have what's called FDIC, which is, again, I don't want to get into a bunch of opinion, but that is a broke system too. So you may or may not get your money depending upon the amount of loss or the amount of debt that entity is in when they go insolvent. And some of my additional thoughts, and these are just my personal opinions, but human nature, our nature as human beings, this stuff is going to happen. I don't have to agree with it. I don't have to like it. But the reality is, human beings, and some more than others, are inherently selfish, and they're inherently greedy and self-absorbed, and they don't care. Some people don't care who they hurt. It's a faceless crime, and they really don't care if you're unable to retire or you can't pay your bills. As long as they're rich, they get to do whatever they want. They get to buy whatever they want. They don't care about you. And for the most part, there's quite a few people in our banking system that act the same way here in the United States. Now, guys, my day job is in information technology, networking systems, and systems security. So I know a thing or two from a quote-unquote professional or working level about how the back-end systems in these companies work. So I do have an insight that some people may not have because they don't work in the industry. A lot of this stuff, folks, is very preventable. There are tools out there. There are analytical tools. There are security devices and software that allow you to monitor and keep track and alert when things are awry. And again, this goes back to putting your trust in an entity that you know nothing about. You don't know the staff. You don't know these people's names. You're blindly giving your money to someone who may not be doing their job properly. So I think if I were to assign any blame, I would have to say that if this is a legitimate hack, then there is a reason why the hack was perpetrated. Social engineering, somebody on the inside helped. There's plenty of different reasons, but I think some of this blame obviously has to go towards Cryptopia. We'll talk soon. Best of luck to you.